Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here I am, just dropping my foggy truck off at the shop. It's foggy because I think it has a leak or the window was open. I don't know. Sopping wet in there. So every time I turn on the heat, it just turns into fog. Dropping it off because it has a ridiculous vibration somewhere in the drive pane probably. So I'm gonna go for a walk. Deja vu? Yes. Instead of a car, it's a truck. Gonna check out the awesomeness of this new camera that I got for a steal off the internet's new to me camera. It's a Canon 1DX. Today is the test of it to see how it works. It's a lot heavier than obviously my Leica and whatnot. It's a bit to carry around. Right, here we are again, wandering the actual same alleys that I was wandering the other day. I also understand that taking pictures of old vintage cars is a huge cliche, but I do it anyway because they're so lovely. Look at that. Look at this. I do love being in some of the same alleys that I was yesterday because it's wet, it's cold, it's darker, the light is different, and it's a completely different feel. This is one of the alleys that I pointed out that I couldn't take photos of the other day because it was so packed with cars. But I'm here before the cars, although they're pulling in as we speak. Literally, as I said, they're pulling in as you speak. This car pulled out right in front of the photo I was about to take. Further evidence of my love and desire to hit the same places multiple times for multiple perspectives and multiple things. I took this photo just the other day, and now the scene instead looks like this. And I'm sure it's just because they're not open yet, they haven't brought all of their stuff out and all of that jazz, but it's an entirely different feel and view and everything like that. More piles of tires. They're everywhere. And I feel them. There should be something awesome there, but I don't know what it is, and I never do. And it never seems to work out, and I don't know why. If you know how to take photos of tires and make them really awesome, tell me the secret. More tires. One thing I do find, specifically when I'm using my 1D bodies, I take way more photos, but of the same thing. I think it comes back to like way back in the day. It's really hard to get a good focus with the early Canons. At least I found that with the situation I had. I would focus and focus and refocus and refocus for a whole bunch of photos. And then in post, I'd find the 1 or 2 out of the 10 that worked. And it's a habit that happens to stick even after all these years. It's chilly again today. Wait, I just remembered. I have gloves. I bought gloves for this exact time. Yes. Oh, I can feel the warmth already. Such a delight. Yes, gloves. I hate camera straps. I really do. That's why all my camera straps are on these quick release things, because like half the time I don't want them on. They get stuck in all of these random places and I just don't like them. I hate camera straps. But I understand their necessity because I only have 2 hands and I don't want to drop shit. Like, and I've tried them all. Like seriously, like if you are gonna then come in the comments and say, have you tried this? Try it. Yes, I've tried it. I've tried slings, I've tried straps, I've tried things, I've tried handles, I've tried everything. It's either you get it across your body and then it's too sticky and you're trying to put your camera up but you can't because the sticky part is sticking to your clothes, or it's not sticky enough and you put it in your shoulder and it's falling off all the time. This one is particularly awkward today. I don't know why. I'm gonna try and switch the side. The one thing that is great is these Peak Design little loopy things for the quick releases. I've used these for years. Give this a try. I don't know, maybe on the other side it'll be better. Ugh, hate it. And see, it doesn't slide and then it gets stuck. But you want it to be somewhat sticky or else then it doesn't work at all otherwise. Camera straps, don't like them. This little car wash station, I like that. Let's take a photo of that. When I take a photo of things that I found, that's exactly how I found it. I never move something, even if it would make it better or more aesthetic. I have this need or desire to make sure that I'm capturing the world as it actually exists. Ooh, look at this. This is nice. Again, I know it's cliche, but I love me my old cars. And again, hitting the same places again and again and again, you get the backsides of these awesome Jeep trucks. I like it a lot. I'd own this. These tires are insane. I think this is like a 14-inch rim. Yeah, that's a 42-inch tire on a 14-inch rim. That's all rubber. That's awesome. All right, here we go. Another example of hitting the same places over and over and over again. Remember this? Now it's different. It's lit different. That makes it more fun. As an example, just the other day, that was a big pile of ducting and other fun stuff, random metals. Santa Claus is still there though. Oh, this is awesome. Like, look at that. There's a tree growing. It's amazing. You can't make that shit up. This is gonna be like the photo of the day, I swear to God. Like, so I love the fact that there's just this perfect separate situation here, probably out of necessity. This probably used to be a really big garage door and they turned it into just a people door. This was completely utilitarian. This was not done as an aesthetic choice. This was not done because it was the best way to do it. And it's these things that make, I don't know, that I find joy in, and you only find them in the alleys. These utilitarian choices that are made for things because it's the best way to make them work. And in that, you can find this aesthetic beauty that exists only because no one paid attention to it. This is why I wander alleys so much. This is why I love them. Because there's these things that are created that no one tried to create, but yet I can see the beauty in them for just being, for existing. I just found a really cool, neat feature that I didn't know existed on this camera. When you press the ISO button while looking through the viewfinder, it shows you the current time. What? That's awesome. It's 10:13. 10:13. That's awesome. In the old days, we used to actually just take a photo and then push the info button and look at what time the photo was taken. That's how it used to tell the time. So what I love, another thing I love about alleys, is this like constant battle between forces. This wall existed like this. That's how it was built and everything like that. Then somebody graffitied on it and then they had to cover it up and they'd probably use whatever paint they had available. Somebody graffitied on that and then we have it painted over, and they graffitied on that and painted over. And they're painting it over with whatever paint they have. It wasn't an aesthetic choice to choose white. It was probably just whatever paint they had available. 2 years down the road, they ran out of white paint. So now they're painting over the graffiti with whatever other paint they have available. And maybe it's green, maybe it's purple, maybe it's pink. Who knows? The layering of small actions that create this amazing beauty that can only happen by accident. Today has been a day reminding me just how fleeting moments are. So I just went and took a photo of that front of that building, and it had a bike, and that was what made it kind of interesting for me, is it had this bike just leaning up against it. As I was taking the photo, some guy came out and grabbed the bike and took it inside. If I had been a moment earlier or later, it would have been a different scene entirely. I have gloves that I've put away to do something with, and now I've forgotten to put them back on, and I'm freezing, and I didn't even remember that I did it. So, time for some gloves. Again. Ha! They were in my pocket this entire time. So cold. It's chilly out. This is fun. Bunch of wire spools. All of that. And this, I don't even know why. I can't even really tell you. I know the pallets stacked in the corner here is really great. The electrical boxes of all these random things is interesting. The stark whiteness, the fact that it's all like encased in barbed wire. I do get a great kick out of the people who nearly get into accidents trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing, as opposed to paying attention to the world around them. All right, I think I might be nearing the end of some of these alleys here. And I'm cold. You know, I keep going on about it. I'm wuss. I'm cold. I think a coffee shop is in my future. Ooh, except this alley's fun. I do love me some shadows. That's quite fun. This is an alley I've never been down before. It's this really interesting mix of residential on one side and commercial on the other side. I like where these things intersect. I like this garage. Like, that's fun. That's worthy of a photo. It's probably only really fun because it's old and because of the specific light. But it's fun, I like it. Coffee shop. Probably gonna end up at the same Starbucks. It's gonna have the same shit tea options.